good week of practice. Really good week of practice. Been great weather, and guys have, I think, really been dialed in on trying to get the plan down and kind of polish it all up tomorrow and get ready to head up to Charlottesville.
Any new injury news?
No new injury news. It's the same as what we've been, but everybody played last week, ready to go and play this week.
Dabo, Kurse got 47 snaps the other day. How are things shaking out?
He's just, still getting better, still learning. I mean, he's just, a guy that his skill set's pretty obvious. He just has such good range, and he's tough. He can run. He's got great ball skills, obviously. He's still really not able to play like he's going to be able to, because he's just still thinking a lot, and it's still not a reaction to him. He's still got a lot of processing going on, but really proud of him, proud of his development, and we just need him to keep coming, and we just got to keep coaching him every day, and he's going to get there. He's just like any other freshman that's got a lot to learn, but I'm really proud of where he is at this point in the season, and I think that hopefully over this next month he'll just continue to improve.
So Blanks is still the starter?
Yeah. Travis is, and Robert, definitely give us our best chance to win. It's not like throwing a guy out there on offense and you have a missed assignment. Well, okay, maybe you look bad, but you can punt the ball. And but on defense, you have a missed assignment, it's a touchdown, and you're in a hole. So Travis and Robert, without a doubt, are our two best guys right now and give us the best chance to win today. The biggest thing with Travis is, he's not 100%. He's playing. There's nobody more committed to this team than Travis Blanks, and the guy is just, he won't even tell you when he's hurt. Because he loves to play, and but he's still not 100% with his knee, and he's not 100% with his shoulder. He's one of those guys that's just kind of been fighting to get through the season. But really, really smart, settles everything down for us, and so but we got to continue to get better there. There's no doubt about that, and we need those guys to be better, and then we got to keep bringing on our backups and creating the competition that we need there.
Dabo, is it kind of weird that this will be the last time you play Virginia this decade, and they're a conference opponent?
Yeah, it is. Heck, I can't even think to 2020. I don't even know when that. I can't even get my mind around that. But it is, as a conference opponent, But who knows? I really think this team is got some really strong young talent that's going to be able to compete in that division. Over the next couple of years, they're just young and growing and maturing right now, but they're very capable. When we watch them and we see the size and athleticism that they have sprinkled all throughout the roster, it makes us pretty nervous, because we know people sit there and they look at their record, and that's not always the case. And these guys are a coming football team that has competed hard this year, and I think the next couple of years you're going to see some of that talent emerge. But it is kind of strange to not have a conference foe, but not see them. We hadn't played them since 09. 09 was because we clinched the division, I think, that night with them, but. And then to play them in 13 and not again until 20, but that's just the way it's all set up. With having the 8-game rotation, which I like, because it allows us to step out of conference and play a couple of nice opponents.
It takes away some of the old traditional rivalries. I know that's got to be the part that stinks about it, right?
Yeah, I assume it does for all the Clemson Nation, but I just from my history here. We haven't played Virginia a ton, so I don't really have that sense. But I know that it is a long traditional rivalry. But that's just part of the change of college football. There's a lot of new. Look at the SEC. Who'd ever thought Missouri would be in the SEC? And there's a lot of changeover in that league. Same thing with us now that Louisville's in, Syracuse, Pitt. It's Notre Dame, playing 5 games a year. It's just part of the landscape.
A lot of guys have spoken over the last few days about taking the pressure off Taj. I assume that's just really been a battle cry the last few days. Has he seemed to relax more since you guys got back in the win column?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we lost a game and we didn't play really good, and he didn't play very good in particular, and it's just sometimes you don't have to explain all that stuff. You just had a bad day, and it's unfortunate, but he's I think had a lot of fun, because as I always say, the fun's in the winning. And so you go win a ball game and you play pretty good and you make some big throws and you kind of get back to doing some of the things that you need to do, and that's what he's done. But everybody's got pressure on them. I mean, every player, every coach at this level, they all got pressure to perform because it's very competitive, and Taj knows that.
Have you historically seen seniors, when you get into November, start to feel like the end's coming? And
I think that yes, every year all the seniors usually, because I meet with those guys twice a week, and the seniors are always different from everybody else on your team, always. They just because of their experience and what they've been through, they have a big picture perspective that most of the other guys don't have, and it's the first time in their life that they have no idea what they're going to be doing next year. You think about it, most of these guys, from the time they've been a little kid, they know that their life's been so structured. Well, next August I'm in school, I'm at practice, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Next spring I'm doing this, next summer I'm lifting, training, and it's the first time that I think the reality of, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to hope to get a job somewhere. I have no idea where or where I'm living. Maybe I'm going to the NFL. I don't know who that's with. It's not like you pick your team or where you're. So there's just a lot of unknowns. And then the big thing is the relationships. These guys forge such great bonds and relationships. That's one of the things I told them early in the year. I mean, they'll be in each other's weddings. They'll be at each other's childbirths, and their kids will grow up together, and unfortunately they'll be at each other's funerals. That's the type of relationships that you develop through this game, and I think that as it draws near, because pretty much all these guys are graduated in December, come January they all kind of scatter, and I think it's a precious time. I really do. I've always enjoyed that time with these guys as it kind of gets toward the end. I think they have a great appreciation for their opportunities that they've had here, and again, the relationships that they've been able to develop, and they all want to finish strong. They all want to leave a great legacy here. They start thinking about that a little bit more. These guys have 2 more games in Death Valley, and not many work days left. They got about 20-something work days left, actual games and practice days. It's not a lot.
Taj has looked like he got his mojo back a little bit in that fourth quarter. Is that you kind of glad to see that, and maybe that'll help carry over into this game?
Yeah, he played good. He just did what we expect him to do. He had some big scrambles for us in the game. He made some nice runs, made some big-time throws. That's what we expect. Just no different than it's been since he's been under center for us. We expect him to play well.
McKenzie's had a couple weeks to get back.
Who's that? Alexander?
Yeah.
He's moving around pretty good. He's working scout team, and he's going through all the drill work. He's not. You got to understand, the guy really hasn't been full speed since July. So it's just a process for him that he's going through, but pleased with where he's at, and the goal for him is to hopefully by the time we get to bowl practice, be able to really be cutting it loose out there a little bit more, and then as we get into January and we get into the off-season program, him really feeling 100% healthy.
So he's still, I guess, a little lumped.
Yeah, he's still just going through that rehab process of getting better.
How close is battle to earning y'all's trust?
Well, it's interesting that you bring him up because just out there at practice today, I was just bragging on him. I'm knocking on some wood here because I was just making a comment today that that old guy looks like he's starting to figure it out, and he's had the last week and a half, 2 weeks. He really it looks like he's getting ready. And he's practicing the way you need to practice. He's been much more engaged and in tune to the little things, and he's shown a lot of toughness. So I'm very encouraged by what I've seen out of him. And literally just today, I was bragging on him out there at practice. So I'm very pleased where he is. He's coming. He's coming. I'd put him in the category of Vic Beasley last year. You can just see it. And the lights starting to kind of come on. He's starting to like it a little bit. He's starting to see the bigger picture, and hopefully we'll have the same type of result like we've had with Vic.
So we can see him a little bit more this week.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, maybe. But hopefully he'll get in there. But right now, he's tutoring and mentoring behind a good one there in Brandon Thomas. And Brandon is by far our best player right now. I mean, he's just playing lights out for us. And but hopefully we'll be able to get him some action this week, a little bit more than we have.
Would that still be an option on the table to put Isaiah at left? And
oh yeah, everything is an option. We're gonna do whatever we got to do to win a ball game. So anything is an option, and you evaluate every day, every game. And then you try to get a plan for the next week, and you move forward each and every week. So yeah, I mean, there's always an option. So we'll see how it goes this week. See how our guys play.
Is Battle still dependent